This is the ATS US-2000 AD arched digital banding machine. This uses ultrasonic technology, so there's no heat, no adhesives. The paper is polycoated on two sides and is sealed by a cold weld. This machine is our standard machine, which is 360 by 260. The 360 represents 14.1 inches wide by 10.2 inches high. Anything that fits within inside the opening, it comes down to the size of the product, so it tensions down to the size of the product. We do have other arch sizes available. And the machine height is also adjustable. This is where I'm comfortable coming in, but if somebody was sitting down and doing their work, it can go lower. If you needed to raise it to maybe a conveyor or somebody else's personal height, it is adjustable. As far as the speed, our brochures always say you can band up to 25 bands per minute. That's really if you are just taking a product and going in, going in, going in, going in. Realistically, if you have to pick up a product, put it into the banding machine, and take it out again, you might be a little less. But we do have some tricks of the trade to share with you. If you stand on the side of the machine and maybe have a couple of different products either way, or have somebody on the other side, you can bring the product in as you're pulling out. Somebody else can come in through the back. As they're pulling out, you can go in through the front, and you can get a nice little rhythm there. Our ultrasonic machines are the guts of what we use in all of our automation. So they could definitely hold up and be reliable in 3-shift operations. As far as the width of the material, that is something that is stable. Once you pick the width of the material, the track is made for that width. You can switch between a lot of different materials: white paper, brown paper, clear film, a ribbon-like material like we like to call FWG, and printed materials. The machine and the materials work as a system. So the material is engineered to run inside the US-2000 machine and cannot be switched with other materials. We also have a digital control panel, and this is where you want to change between your tensions. Right now, we have it on regular band tension. You can use the arrows to either increase or decrease the tension, and that is how much tension is applied to the product. You can also switch between regular band tension and soft tension. Soft tension just controls the time in which the material comes down to the product. Lots of times with a box, there might be blisters or maybe a tube, and there's empty space on the sides. Well, you don't want to apply so much tension on the side where you're crushing the box, so we like to use soft tension. But we still hold the integrity of how much tension is applied. The machine is triggered by photosensors that are behind the arch. Once you cross that line of the photosensor, it will automatically come down and band. And it needs to be over the spacer, and that's where the material meets. I have it on automatic right now, so when I put the product in, it will automatically come down to the product. You can switch between automatic and the foot pedal very easily with just a touch on the screen. I'm going to now run a couple of samples just to show you how easy the machine is. I'm also going to adjust the tensions because I was messing around with that before. So anything that you put in the arch, it comes down to the size of the product. There are also adjustable guides in the back, and that really helps somebody that might be using the automatic eye especially, because then they know exactly where to place the product, and that's where the band will be put. So they can kind of pre-select that. As far as the industries that we serve, I mean, let's explore the possibilities. There are so many. We are in the medical industry, pharmaceutical, manufacturing, food, laundry, corrugated, graphics, you name it, we can band it. We do also like to get samples in-house too. So if you send us some samples that you think might be a really good fit for banding, we'll band them for you, show you what our recommendation is as far as width and materials. give you how much the price per band is, and you have all your information to see if it's a really good banding alternative, sorry, a bundling alternative to what you're currently doing. Speaking of alternatives, banding is a great alternative to shrink wrapping, inner boxes, poly bags, and rubber banding. So not only is it environmentally friendly, it also is very easy to take off when it gets to where it's going. If you're using banding for bundling and it's going into a store and they're just taking it off and putting it on the shelf, paper is a really good option because you can just tear and go. I'd like to show you how quick it is to change the materials. So now I'm going to go from, I just used brown paper because I thought it was the easiest to see on film. Like I said, we have white paper as well. But I'd like to switch to a clear film. I just want to show you how quick and easy it is to do a changeover. One of the things that you want to remember when you are taking the material out of the carton for the first time, there will be adhesive holding the material to itself. You want to make sure you get a whole full revolution away. Because if you get the glue on the rollers, that can cause some issues for you. So you want to make sure that you train your staff to take a whole revolution away. You want to take the cover off to switch material. Open up the door. Hit the black lever to release the material. And simply pull the material off. When you're putting on a new roll, there is a cheat sheet down here, but you want to make sure that the material is coming off to the top right. When pressing the material on, you want to make sure that you hold it by the core so it doesn't telescope. And you also want to hold up the dispenser arm for yourselves. And basically now it's just like a sewing machine. You want to start from the top right and go in between all the rollers. I like to get a nice clean cut. And then just lift up the roller just a little bit. And you want to push until you feel a little bit of resistance. Once you feel the resistance, then you can just hit reset. It will come into the machine. Hit reset again to get rid of one arch revolution, and reset again, and you're all set to go. So in conclusion, the ATS US-2000 is the perfect machine to bundle any product in your industry.